It's me, Pretty Pink Pommy.
Vegas, let me hear y'all make some noise.
I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Everything's gnarly. And she'd be like, I'm 13. It's okay, I'm okay. It's me, Pretty Pink Pommy. Sugar free venom, put it in a cup, mix it up at the lemon. Get independent. Put it in a cup, mix it up, add the melon. Baby, let me see you hit the floor, get independent. Hey, y'all. How we doing? How are we doing? Back at it again with the Wobbledogs. Wobbledogs, Wobbledogs. Kesha singing on the train. All right, let's get into this Wobbledogs moment. But before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about the family tree. So, I know I talk about the family tree like every time we do this. I've recently been having to cut out the VT and go straight for the PNG because I don't want to have those issues. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. I would actually really like to have a new PNG. So if y'all want to see that happen, help me out. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you. Hi, Andalise. All right, so let's go to the family echo of it all. Okay, period. So here's the family tree. The current dogs that we have. We will start with the dogs that are currently alive. With the oldest one being Echo T Dior. Echo T Dior is the first dog that we have that has wings. And she has Ailita Dior and Cherry Baby Dior, Cherry Baby, aka Sherry Baby Dior, both in the incubator with her. After Echo T, we have Rose Hip, who doesn't seem to be related to Echo, at least not directly. Rosehip Tea, Rosehip Tea. Where are you, Rosehip Tea? Rosehip Tea, aka Rosehip Tea Parfait, who has Kiwi Prada Tea Jr. in the incubator. She's a mother. Rosehip Tea is nothing interesting, no shade. After that, we have Jam Jam Dior, Jam Jam. We're gonna actually go over the individual dogs as well. We have Jam Jam Dior, who is the parent of Marmalade Dior. This actually helps me because I'm trying to make sure that all the dogs breed and continue the family tree. If they don't continue the family tree, then what's the point to me? Jam Jam Dior connected with Kiwi Prada Tea and created Marmalade Dior, who is also in the incubator. We have a lot of dogs in the incubator actually, because we have 12 incubators. I think all of them are full. After Jam Jam, we have Cucumber, Cristal, who connected with Rosehip Tea and created Butternut Cristal, who is also in the incubator. And so now for like the newer generation dogs who have not connected with others, we have Long Island Tea and Bambi Cristal, who are full siblings, the children of Funky Cristal and Crystal Light Tea. Long Island Tea is the first dog with 2 heads. These 2 dogs will probably be reproducing today. Not together, but just period, they will. We have Rose Jam Tea is in the incubator, I believe. Child of Rosehip Tea and Jam Jam. We have Kiwi Prada Tea Jr. in the incubator. Marmalade Dior in the incubator. Who else do we have? We have Mouse, who is out and about. Mouse T Dupree on the other side of the family tree. Distortion Dior is also out, and so is Skibbity Dupree, aka Skibbity Dior Dupree. Right. The other dog that we have out, because that's only 9 of the dogs that I've listed that are outside of this box, is Fluffy Malone, aka the clone of the iconic dog known as this is Fluffy Malone, also a clone of the iconic dog that you get gifted in the game. Fluffy Malone is not part of the current family tree. So here's Skibbity Dupree, their sibling Mouse T Dupree. Their sibling Distortion Dior, I believe is this one. This is Cucumber Cristal. What? Their sibling Distortion Dior, right? It's this one. Rosehip Tea. Follow me. Jam Jam Dior. The oldest dog we have out so far, Echo T Dior. At least at this very moment, she's 71 minutes old. We have Bambi Cristal. 2 minutes old, literally. And Long Island Tea. First dog with 2 heads. So right now we have 1 dog with 2 heads and 1 dog with 2 wings. Yeah. There we go. Everybody's happy and healthy, and there are 10 dogs on the board. Technically, we can add more dogs to the board, but it makes the game really laggy, apparently. And so in this incubator room, Echo T Dior has left the fall. Well, that was fast. R.I.P. Echo T Dior. Echo T Dior is the child of, I believe she's the child of Electricity and Sapphire Dior. Our first dog with wings. Gone but never forgotten. And so now let's just go through the... I guess we'll do Cherry Baby next. Cherry Baby is in Incubator 3. I think Cherry Baby is so interesting to look at. Her ear shape is really interesting. The fact that she has wings is also really interesting. Cherry Baby is actually the child of Echo Dior, as well as the child of Moose. I believe it's Moose Baby Prada. I'm not exactly sure what their name was. We can see, but... What if we didn't and we said we did? I mean, we have Rose Hip and we have Cucumber, and they are a mated pair, so we could let's bring forth another one between these two. And I'll start a new page. I'll write this down. Shout out to the breeding simulator. Maybe not, because what the hell is this? What the hell? What the helly? Oh. We got more of this Funky Crystal tail. Love to see it. Funky Crystal lives on. We have a double tail. I don't want to lose the double tail, but I don't like this dog. It looks like we get to keep the double. At least in this one. Let's see if we can try one more. I'm scared. I don't want to lose it. Okay, period. We get to keep the double tail. I also love a double tail, Ruby. We love to see it. I kind of want to see a different coloration, though. I like Cucumber's coloration. I just didn't want this dog to be that color.
Vegas, let me hear y'all make some noise.
They do have interesting ears. They have these offset, like, little antler moments. See, V said I'm awake, and so are you. And if you're not, wake up. She's a biologist. Mother. Who? You know, at first I really didn't see the vision, but now the whole family tree and the different adaptations, I'm invested. Exactly, exactly. It's actually really interesting. And if I was considering, and I'm still considering it, like going in depth and doing like wait, look at these colors. I love it. I love it. What are we gonna name it? I don't know. Its parent is Cucumber Cristal and Rose Hip Tea. And just in case we don't remember, here's what it looks like. It's giving Baja Blast a little bit. Mojito tea crystal. Wait, I kind of like that. I don't know if all that's gonna fit in there, but I like it. I like it. And it is an incubator, what looks to be incubator 7. I always like to start off with one since we don't really have, we only have one adult dog. We only have 3 adult dogs right now. We have Distortion Dior, who is a young adult, but we have Cucumber Cristal, who is the mated partner of Rose Hip Tea, and we also have Jam Jam Dior. And Jam Jam Dior is connected with, was previously connected with Rose Hip Tea to make Rose Jam Tea, and also previously connected with Kiwi Prada Tea to create Rose. Wait, what? Kiwi Prada Tea to create Marmalade Dior, or Marmalade Dior if you want to be spicy with it, right? All right, here's Bambi Cristal. I agree, Baja Blast Cristal. I mean, Baja Blast anything sounds kind of crazy. And here's Fluffy Malone. Her first evolution. Shout out to Fluffy. Bigger and better than ever. Right. I was thinking about like importing another dog in, but I think we have too many dogs in the incubator right now to be thinking about that. We'll just mix and match. Here's Skibbity Dupree. Shout out to V. There's an Invincible game coming out that I'm a little disappointed of. Why are you disappointed? Rose Hip, eat this poop. Rose Hip, eat this poop, girl. Oh! Well. Yeah, sometimes they get little personality quirks where they don't like being, like, pet. Or touched. And sometimes they're also not nice to other dogs. Jam Jam is actually not the first dog that we have that does not like being pet, and it's not the only dog that we have currently that doesn't like being pet. Another dog that we know that we have that does not like being pet is actually Fluffy Malone. Period, Skibbity. Skibby-dee, Dubree. Right, right, right. But you have to consider Wobbledogs as a fictional species. Okay, Distortion Dior is ready to grow up, but Distortion Dior, if Distortion Dior grew up right now, Distortion would have no other dog to deal with. So that's actually a great excuse to go into my personal save file and let's import another dog. So I'm gonna save this file because sometimes it's nice to have another influence. We're gonna go to the main menu. This is basically like a backyard breeder simulator if you really want to get into it. But here's what my dogs are currently looking like my dogs that are not dogs that I show on stream. I do keep up with the family tree of these dogs as well. My current dogs, we have Peach, Sequel, a double-headed dog. Wow presents To Freedom, Baseboard, Fruit Bat, Homer, Blueberry, Powder, and Pikachu. And so the dog that I'm actually going to be copying and putting into the other game is Baseboard, I think. So oh, I also have Mint, who is in the incubator as well. Not incubator, but is in my storage. Here's all the dogs that I have stored. These are all the cores. So these are dogs that I have that have either died or done something else. This dog is a dog that PJ gave me from his save file. I don't know if PJ is here right now, but he gave me this dog, I think. Maybe it wasn't this one because that doesn't look familiar at all. I know PJ gave me this dog, aka Tropixel gave me this dog. But he also gave me this one, but this one doesn't look like how it used to. Yeah, I guess he gave me like this, or he gave it to me like this. I'm not exactly sure. It looks very different than what it originally looked like, though. That's why I'm confused. But anyway, it ended its life looking like this. And I was using it for resources. That's why it's named 27 instead of getting like an actual name like some of these other dogs have. For example, let's do this one. Green cheese. We have cornbread. This family lineage was started by a variety of dogs named Smith, Europop, Crunchyroll, Peaches. Oh, we have another Peach now. Queen Latifah, Period Poo. And then the second generation party for you. Nasty Girl, Noodle, Grape Jelly, Sorbet, Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus and Queen Latifah have been so influential to this family line. It's crazy. But anyway, we're going to copy this one. So we're going to export this dog. I'm going to copy that. So I'm actually going to throw it in storage then. And we'll bring this one out instead. I will save this game for later, because this is not the one we're playing. We're going to go back to the main menu. I'm going to add 2 Freedom to the soundboard because I literally saved that sound like yesterday. It's not showing that I saved the freaking sound though. Maybe it's not compatible. RIP. Well, anyway. Back to the game. We're gonna go here. So I was showing my storage of my personal playthrough, and we are going to be importing another dog from my personal playthrough. And this dog's name, the other dog's name was Baseboard because I didn't actually give it a name. This dog can now get a name. What should we name this dog? This dog is going to be used as a pairing for one of these. Oh, this one's going to be a pair for Distortion Dior. Can we have a fly line like after Damselfly? No. I'm sorry, but no. Love to Damsel. I'm just not interested in doing that on the stream. Right. This is a vital moment. It's so brightly colored. I love this dog, actually, because it's so brightly colored. No, they don't. This dog is new, so it can have a completely different last name. All the other dogs have different last names, too. Skibby D actually has 2 last names. The D stands for Dior, meaning that this dog is a descendant specifically of Sapphire Dior. And the Dupree denotes that this dog is specifically a descendant of Rudolpho Dupree, who was a dog many generations back at this point. Bambi Cristal is a descendant of the combination of Velvet Cristal and Crystal Chanel. Rose Hip Tea, it would be could be a descendant of multiple dogs, but it's very likely that this dog is possibly a descendant of both the original dog from the original family line named Christina and another dog from the original family line named Felicity. But they both had the name T, but they were not directly related at the time. Jam Jam Dior, Sapphire Dior, Cucumber Cristal, Velvet Cristal, and Crystal Chanel. Dupree. The T and the Dupree denote 2 different houses. Long Island Tea, this is a dog from the family Tea, and that's all that we know about it based on its name. Fluffy Malone brings a new family name to the family tree when Fluffy Malone actually is incorporated into the family tree. Dior, and this one denotes baby. Baby, that means that baby is a descendant of, possibly a direct descendant of the other dogs that have the last name Baby, which all started from one of the first 2 dogs that we have named Santa Baby. Santa Baby has had many descendants, and a lot of them have the name Baby. Right. Hydrangea's too long of a name. Sunset. Interesting. So the inspiration for the names is is drag or ballroom family houses. I like the name Heaven. Exactly. Mugler. Okay. There we go. Heaven Mugler. So for the time being, since Bambi Cristal is the youngest dog that we have, I believe, I'm going to put Bambi Cristal into the into storage, and we're gonna bring her out back immediately after the next dog dies. And we're gonna put Heaven Mugler out simply so that Heaven Mugler can level up right next to Distortion Dior, and they can be partners. One of these days, I will do a full presentation for you. That would take a lot of recording and a lot of editing, but I can do a full presentation where we go into all of the dogs that we've created so far and all of their inspirations and all of the things that are going on, their names and everything. The family tree, we can go over how they changed over time. For example, this dog just lost a big chunk of its pattern, if not all of its pattern. I don't see any pattern on this dog at all. It had a pattern and now it doesn't. Hi, CMB. You want to see our new dog, Heaven Mugler? We have Heaven Mugler and we have Fluffy Malone. Whoever can... Let's see who continues the family line. Who's tiny? Some of these bitches are big. Actually, I would say Heaven Mugler is a standard height for like a wobble dog. These other ones are kind of tall. You want to see somebody who's small? Mouse T. Dupree. Mouse T. Dupree was actually bigger. If we look, we can see this when we look at their DNA sequence. Mouse T. Dupree started out bigger than they currently are, and then got like, okay, so I'll zoom it in so you can actually see. This is how Mouse T. Dupree was born. Got bigger, and then got smaller. And not only did they get smaller, they could like, it's like kind of a significant size reduction. So Mouse was a perfect name, honestly. Mugler is a transplant dog. Mugler got imported today. If you go to the VOD when I post it, which I probably will post it directly after the stream, you will see that Heaven Mugler got imported from my other save file. And the Mugler is going to be combining with Distortion Dior. Which is interesting considering that Distortion's name is Distortion and we have multiple other dogs that are named Dior, so... I wonder if we can see what Long Island tea is gonna look like when they come out of that shell. We can't. We don't see it until they come out. Heaven Mugler is actually a descendant of a bunch of dogs that I was breeding specifically to, like, garner resources, materials, etc. in my other game. So this dog is completely unrelated to all the other dogs that were in my personal playthrough. Hi, Brad. All right, I'm ready for Distortion Dior to come out of her shell. I don't care. And this is her final form. She is now an adult dog, meaning that she can now breed with other dogs, although she will not be breeding until this dog is an adult, which should be any minute now, honestly. Considering that the time between their ages is like 2 minutes, so. Right. Girl, eat this shit. Damn. Our oldest dog right now, I believe, is Rose Hip Tea. The red-bodied one with the tiny tail. Okay, get into it, Heaven Mugler. I really did like the yellow. I'm not gonna lie. I really liked the yellow. So this is a little disappointing to me, but it's okay. Okay, now we gotta stay on our toes when it comes to having these dogs in the breeding simulation, simply because they live very short lives. We have space for 2 eggs, Heaven Mugler and Distortion Dior coming together to create possibly 2 new dogs. Oh, look at the... Oh, look at the colors! Move, bitch. Look at the colors! I love this! Fluffy may be my bias. Don't get too attached. These dogs only live to be about an hour old. You know, enjoy Fluffy while she lasts, though. Because her genetics have a big impact. She's one of the dogs she's one of the dogs that you get rewarded when you like complete a certain like achievement. So, oh heck yeah. Do this one. We can pass Fluffy's tail genetics on. That's also a dominant gene, so yeah, it's likely. Okay, we got the pattern back. We got the pattern back. Oh, we also got a different ear pattern. Distortion is related to the other dogs who do the little, like, mouse-looking ears, though, so it's not surprising. Distortion is a sibling to Mouse T. Dupree. Is that true? Also, how is Distortion Dior a sibling to Mouse T. Dupree? And it's Dior and Dupree. Yes, because Onion T. Dupree and Cheddar Dior. Okay, that makes sense. Or no, it's Cheddar Dior. Cheddar Dupree. I don't fucking know. Who cares? We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. I'm going to update the... I am going to update the family tree as we go. So I will get back to these names and all of these things. What do you mean a cold touch? What do you mean this game has a cold touch to it? Because the dogs die? You don't technically have to have the dogs die. For the purposes of the stream and also the way that I want this to go, I would rather have them die than like us keep them around or have them in storage. I feel like it's a little weird. Also, it kind of gets a little clogged up when you have all those dogs in storage like that, but that's another conversation. What should we name this dog? Its parents' names are Heaven Mugler, and its other parent's name is Distortion Dior. Oh, look, we got the cross ears. I kind of like this one. We're gonna go with this one. What should we name it? It has the little cross ears, the funky pattern, and a bright coloration. It also has 6 legs. Any thoughts? I feel like it should be a new Mugler. It's gonna have a sibling, so it doesn't have to be, but it can be. These names kind of like the dog normally when I like breed them and stuff, I try to keep the names pretty active. But like since we're adding Mugler, I'm probably gonna try to keep the name Mugler around at least a little bit, especially because I like it. It kind of looks like yogurt, actually, if you really want to get into it. I think it looks like its coloration for some reason is reminding me of like those dried yogurts that people have. They don't just die. In a way, you're kind of God. You're just watching all these generations come and go. You breed them and move on. There isn't much emotional connection. That's not true. You're meant to only connect to the visual aspect of breeding. That's what I mean by cold. Because if I was a wobble dog, I'd go sentient and my owner would feel bad. Well, first of all, I do want to say that I do care about this. Like, it's just a fun little project. And at the end of the day, it is a game. But I know what you're saying. So what should we name this? It's funny that we're talking about this, and it's this dog's parents is named Heaven Mugler. Heaven Mugler. Nevea Mugler. Sure. Okay, let's make another one. Oh, wait, what incubator is that? That is incubator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, let's make another one before we get back to it, because we are about to have one of these dogs die, so there's gonna be like plenty of space. It's gonna open up for us. Okay, think of another one. Anything but that one. Oh my god. The coloration is always so fun. Angel Mugler. This one might be a good angel. Oh, look at the ears. We're getting those like little like loopy ears again. We'll stick with that. I'm not a huge fan of this body shape. I am interested in having like a flesh colored one though, so let's go more towards the nude color palettes. We'll do this one and we'll do the other one with the pattern. I like for there to be a little bit of a family resemblance. And every now and then, like when you're doing the breeding simulation, like it'll reset, like, and it'll bring you some random dogs that are more similar to the parents than what you might be working with at the moment. See, this is a good example of that. And part of that's because, like, when you breed the dogs, they still hold the genetics of the parent that they came from, even if they don't look like them. Yeah, but sometimes the pink doesn't, like, where we're at, I don't know if the pink was going to be beneficial at this moment. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I like the yellow. Here's another pink. And this one has 3 legs, I think. 3? No, it doesn't. Just has bad balance. Okay. Let's mix and match. Let's see what happens. We're getting the pink now. Oh, did you see the ears on this one? I love that. We're doing this one for sure. And I like this pink color. Exactly, exactly. I don't love this one, so we're gonna keep going. I don't like its face shape. I like the colors on it though, but I don't like its face shape once again. And now we're stuck with it. Well, what should we name this one? Distortion Dior. Heaven Mugler. The sibling's name is Nevea Mugler. Hennessy Dior. I kind of want to stick with the Mugler name. We have a bunch of other dogs that have the Dior name, and we have other dogs that are coming in with the Dior name as well, I believe. The Dior name is going strong and proud. What if we did Honey Mugler? I kind of like it. It's like, because of the color, it's kind of giving like honey. Not mugging. Mugging Mugler. I'm going to do Honey Mugler. Let's see if that sticks for me, because sometimes I'll forget the name, and then like with my other one, I had a dog and I was gonna name it Citrine. I ended up naming it Banana. I named it Banana, but I didn't write it down and I didn't put it on in the family tree. And then when I did the family tree and I was looking at the family tree, I was trying to figure out where the dog was. I couldn't find it, so I had to make a new profile for it, which is easy, not a big deal, but I didn't remember who the freaking parents were. Okay, we have Honey Mugler and Incubator 3. Meanwhile, Distortion Dior is taking her nap. She's also laid an egg. I consider Distortion Dior to be female. While we're all chilling out right now, why don't we move back over to the family tree. Add a partner. Add a new partner. This one's name is Heaven Mugler. And Heaven Mugler is considered male. Distortion Dior is considered female. They have a child. They have 2 children. Cancel. Add child. Heaven Mugler. The first one's name is Nevea Mugler. And then we have a sister or brother named Honey Mugler. Okay. With that being said, we also have Rosehip having another offspring. Rosehip actually is contributing to 3 other dogs so far. Rosehip did combine with Cucumber Cristal to make Butternut Cristal, and now also Mojito Cristal. I'm gonna put Mojito Tea. It's probably just gonna be Mojito. And that's what we got so far. If I can make a prediction on who I'm probably going to combine Fluffy Malone with, it's probably going to be the only other young adult that we have. We have 2 young adults right now. We have Mouse T. Dupree and we have Long Island Tea. Long Island Tea is 30 minutes old. Mouse T. Dupree is 31 minutes old. Fluffy Malone is 25 minutes old. So maybe there's another teen that we have. I don't know what the relationship between Long Island Tea and Mouse T. Dupree is, though. And these dogs aren't always exclusive. Sometimes we mix and match, sometimes we don't. He's kind of big and tall. I'm gonna go back to the family tree for a moment. And we are going to look at specifically, what is its name? Long Island Tea, who is the child of Crystal Light and Funky Cristal. A first cousin, no, is actually considered an aunt or an uncle to Butternut Cristal and to Mojito Tea Cristal. What is the combination of, so what if we add partner with the person already on the tree and we combine them with, who was the other one that I was talking about? Was it Mouse? I guess so. Let's see. Long Island Tea and Mouse T. Dupree. And so if we add a child, this child, these 2 dogs are not directly related by they're not first cousins. Minty Dupree, they are, yes, they are first cousins. Through Minty Dupree specifically, and that's it, actually. They're also second cousins through Chai Tea Dupree, but I think that's a little bit distant. I don't mind this. We're gonna combine them when we get the opportunity. Speaking of tea, I'm drinking a tea right now, and I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm probably gonna get up and go in a second. Skibbity Dupree, period. Cherry baby. It's Long Island, and that's Mouse. Whoa. No reaction, okay. Girl, you never eat anything. Please. Hi, V. Mouse Tea is ready. Let's see who comes up after Mouse Tea. 35 minutes. Yeah, Long Island should be coming right after them. I'm going to go to the restroom, so I'm actually going to pause the game, save the game. I'm going to... let the music play, and I'll be right back. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back to it. Oh, here we go. Final form, Mouse T. Dupree. Basically the fucking same. Rose Hip Tea has lived a long, full life, and now it's time for them to pass on. Yes. Rose Hip Tea is survived by... There are multiple children being Butternut Squash, Kiwi Prada Jr., and now Mojito Tea Cristal. I will play Famous again at the end of stream. Here's Long Island Tea's final form, our first double-headed dog. Welcome back, damsel. Right now we are all of our incubators are full. But let's add some more incubators, because why do we have 12 when we could have 25? Like, these incubators must stay in the room that they're currently in, but let's move this room particularly around. We can't move the trees. But we can add some more incubators in here somewhere. I just don't know where. I largely like the way that this room is set up, I'm not gonna lie. Let's put that there. Do we have one of these in the other room? We don't. I'm gonna go into this room. I'm gonna get rid of that fan, and I'm gonna put one of these here. This is gonna go, and I will add some more incubators here. Even if it's just 2, it's still something. Which will put us at 14. I would like for us to have a smooth 20 though. So I'm gonna put these 2 down, which will put us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 8 in the other room that puts us at 16. So then we'll do 2 more. Move some things around. Let's get rid of this or move it. It's giving very much the energy of move it or lose it, right? We already have a statue in here. How are you doing, damsel? How is everybody doing? Did you enjoy that little musical break? Oh. This can go right back where it was. This is gonna go over here. This is gonna go away. This is gonna go right here, I think. That doesn't make sense. What if we turn this? Oh, this doesn't really fit there, though. It only fits here. There are these giant trees in the back. Preparing my plan for what shiny Pokemon I want to go for tonight. Okay, period. Wobbledogs is going. The breeding program is getting a little intense, and so I'm trying to create more space for incubators so that we can have more eggs. And I'd be lying if I said it was easy. I would rather have them all be in a line. What if I put the house over here? I don't like that. I'll put the house there. It can still be small. I prefer it to be big though. It's like part of the statement of the room. All right, let's get rid of this then because it's in my way. I will move this back from whence it came. You're on your lunch break. Oh, period, Esabop. I mean, who else is supposed to run the breeding program? I have goals and responsibilities and stuff. Like, I got a quota I'm supposed to meet. You don't know about the quota? Well, if they can't all go up against this wall, it'll just be what it is. Like, I just have to like move on from that. Because the only other thing that I could do is maybe if I put this, I'll put like one of the feeders here, maybe. And then I'll put the other feeder here, like this. I'll take down this. Right. Sure. And then we have to move this. I'm like locked in. I fucking love games like this though, Loki. What if we put the statue over here? I don't know if I'm satisfied with this. Keeping in mind that this is the puppy room, so I don't really have to have these, like, feeders at the largest size they can be anyway. Because the majority of the dogs that are coming up in here are not even that big. Right. That's kind of cute. I can still have this here. I can still actually move this over here. Right. This new season's pretty cash besides children blasting King Vaughn. Are the roads just there for decoration? Yeah, it's just the floor. It's just the flooring. We're so close to being able to contain all 20 of these. We are so close. It's literally just the tree that's in the way. I'm sick. Excuse me. Hi, Phrase. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Pretty Pink Pommy. Right, and right now we are playing Wobbledogs. Hi, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Can somebody please give Phrase a shout out, aka Suck You Hime? What were y'all playing? We have emotes this time. Oh, period. I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I really don't care anymore. We've been doing this for too long. We were just yapping a bit of woo-wah about Summer Games Fest. The likes. Okay. You don't. Phrase raid. Oh, cute. You have some emotes. Okay, period. Hi, Rob. Let's see. No shout out. Okay, I'll give you a shout out then. Yeah, we're just playing Wobbledogs. Wobbledogs is kind of like a little random, like, it's kind of like a backyard dog breeder kind of simulator game. It's a sandbox game. It's a little wacky. You have a bunch of dogs. We get to breed them and look at all their genetics and stuff. It's really fun. I enjoy it. Right now we have 18 incubators. I think I'm good with that number, honestly. Although what I'm not satisfied is this. So we're gonna... I don't want to get rid of the tree. But there's no way. I mean, do I have other trees? Because I could just get rid of the tree and then, like, plant another one. I do not. And I can't move the tree. I'm sick to my stomach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10. I guess we'll just go for 8 right now. Fine. Yes, y'all go follow Phrase. I'm sorry, I'm like locked in. I was locked in before you came. I'm sorry. Y'all go follow Phrase. Phrase, if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so. Feel no obligation to stick around while I'm doing my shenanigans in this freaking game. If you choose to say thank you, though. Same for the raiders. I know that watching a stream can be sometimes a long and arduous journey, even if you care about the streamer. Right. Definitely go follow. There are eggs in here. The fact that there are 2 eggs in here, what the hell's going on? What even... Which room even is this? The way that was a 3-room den. I don't think I've seen a 3-room den yet. See, this one's only 1 room. There were 2 eggs sitting on the floor in here. It's a big, beautiful den, though. It looks nice. Kind of gagged that it has 3 rooms. Somebody cooked here, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. I did not know that you don't like to be touched, but get into it. Maybe if you're going to dispense the food, you should also go eat it. Let's look at the other dens. There's a den in here. It's 2 rooms. Unexpected sleigh. This one is also like really 1.5. Also, there's another egg. There's no den in this room at all. If they did build a den in here, it would be it would be like a igloo. And then we're back at square one. Let's look at the one in this room. This one is just a single room. I believe the other one is just a single room too, because the puppies don't really spend a lot of time in here. And also, normally the adult dogs are the ones that are like digging holes and putting dirt into their dens and stuff. Like, are you an adult? No. We have no other eggs floating around. But we do have these 2 cores floating around. This one is Rosy Hip Tea. Rose Hip Tea. And then this one is Kiwi Prada Tea. Okay. Now let's collect all this poop. I'm gonna throw all the poop away. I'm gonna get rid of all the cocoons because I'm tired of seeing them. They've been kind of like collecting a little bit everywhere. Period. It looks like Fluffy Malone is now ready to evolve. Who do we have? We have Distortion, Jam Jam, Cucumber Crystal, Heaven Mugler, Fluffy, Skibidi Dupree, Cherry Baby. We have Mouse Tea, Long Island Tea, and Bambi Crystal. Mouse Tea and Long Island Tea, we never combined them. They both happen to be sitting in different rooms in different dens, but it doesn't really matter. Let's do that. Mouse Tea and Long Island Tea combining. Monkey Dupree Luffy. I think it was supposed to be Monkey Dior Luffy. Do we have a Dior? I don't know if any of them are Dior's. Now I've been wanting a corn dog. Well, Jupiter entered into Cancer. Yes, it did. So you will be eating, and yes, you will. But you already do. Clock that. Let's go for a smaller dog with 2 heads. And they gave us the biggest dog they could. All right, let's continue this abomination simulator. Yeah, and if you heard that, when they make noise, when they bark, when they howl, it's like a combined sound because it's 2 heads. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. They do have different voices, and their voices are genetic, by the way. Yeah, you can have a maximum of 10 heads. It gets a little wonky after 2, but you can have a maximum of 10. Hi, Raiders! My name is Pretty Pink Pommy, and welcome in. We are playing Wobbledogs right now. Hi, Fawn. Let's give Fawn a shout out. Thank you so much, Fawn, for the raid. I hope that you get good rest after your stream. Let's see what Fawn was streaming. Fawn was playing Mario Kart World, so that means it's Fawn got their Switch too, which is great news. Thank you so much for the follow. Right now, we are making abominations in Wobbledogs. We are in a breeding simulation. Wobbledogs is a sandbox game where you basically get to play a backyard breeder to a special species of dogs known as Wobbledogs. These dogs are very different than regular dogs. They eat different types of food. They don't grow fur, and they have a lot of different qualities to them. Right now, we are breeding a double-headed dog that we are probably going to name something like, I don't know. Its parents are named Long Island Tea and Mouse T. Dupree. We are using drag family housing name conventions here. It's very convoluted, but it's a great time. So please, if you're wanting to stick around, please stick around. But hello to everybody who is here after so long. He got that Switch. Exactly. We need a Cerberus. Well, I can try. I don't know if it's gonna happen today, but we can try. I hope that Mario Kart World was fun. I haven't really seen a lot of the gameplay for it yet. Hi, Magic. Thank you so much. Hi, BB. Thank you for the follow, Gwen. We are at 383 followers. I would love to see 400. I would love to see 400 by the end of the month, honestly. But, you know, I got to keep my goals realistic. I think I got 300 in, like, March, so it's been a while.
She get money.
Her body tea. She's super thick. She's super pretty. Burr, burr. For some reason, when I click this screen and when I scroll on my chat, it also scrolls in the game, which is really annoying. Right now, I'm playing the online version of Wobbledogs, the PC version. I got it through Steam. You can get it on console. I know that you can get it for Switch. The console versions are not as efficient or as detailed as the online version is, though. Hi, Panda. So this dog's parents is Mouse T. Dupree and Long Island T. Do we have any naming ideas? It's looking like we are kind of seeing what this last version might occur to be here. With these short ears, purple body, green head. You can get black as a body color. Normally the black dog will actually start to create other dogs after it that are normally red in the body. We have a lot of dogs that were red in the body at one point. We can go back to the, so here, if we go back to the stored dogs that we have currently, I imported this dog and his name is Velvet Cristal. Velvet Cristal was partnered specifically with another dog named Crystal Chanel. Crystal Chanel is considered the mother of the House of Cristal, even though Velvet is the one that carried the name originally, and they created Elvira Cristal. Elvira Cristal was a contributor to the line that created Baby Jasmine Tea, as well as Moose Baby Prada, as well as Rose Hip Tea. So there are red bodies. We have not had a black dog yet. We can import a black dog, and there are black dogs that are in the black body and black head. For one of the achievements that you get when you start having giving your dog a negative reaction, you can get a dog with a black body. I personally am not trying to get the black dog with the black body yet. Because it really changes things, you know what I'm saying? Like, originally, the original dogs were Felicity, Santa Baby, and then Joanne Prada and Christina. And their offspring were Crystal Chanel, Rudolpha Dupree, Baby T, Vanity Prada, Baby Prada, Chai T Dupree, Tina Snow, Jodie P Dupree, etc. Right? There's all these dogs. Over time, we start getting distorted until we start producing dogs with 3 legs and 2 wings and long tails, even though the original dogs had 4 legs, no tail, no wings, and were very small, compared to their descendants who have all of these like different things going on. It gets very crazy. Eventually we will see other dogs with multiple heads, but right now we only have 1 living dog with multiple heads. And that one is Long Island Tea. So Long Island Tea has a duty to continue that lineage. And that's what we're working on currently. I would love to combine dogs with wings and heads, multiple heads, but right now we only have Cherry Baby, and Cherry Baby only has 4 wings, and they're small. So that's gonna be a completely different animal when we have to breed that one too. So right now all of these incubators are full. We have Fluffy Malone, who is ready to hatch. Just for a little bit of information, by the way that I have the settings, and the settings are simple. RIP to Jam Jam Dior. Jam Jam Dior is the child of Cheddar Dupree and Pitaya Cristal, actually. I think it's Cheddar Dior. Yikes, I don't know. Jam Jam Dior is survived by Marmalade Dior, who is in the incubator, as well as Rose Jam Tea, who is also in the incubator. And so that you don't have to watch them eat each other's bodies, we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna put this one. We need to name this one. So this one is Long Island Tea and Moose Dupree. Mouse, excuse me. I had a dog named Moose and I have a dog named Mouse currently. Moose died, Mouse is still around. What should we name this one? What if we just named it Mice? That would be kind of funny. Green matcha tea. We already had a matcha tea. I don't really like that. Plus, this isn't really like matcha colored. We had a matcha tea was kind of matcha colored. Once they're in the incubator, you can't see what they look like, but we have a couple of surprises coming in. Zombie tea. You want to start the goth line now? What if we named it Frappe? Hold on. Minty. We already did have Minty as well. Although their name wasn't Minty. I think it was... I don't remember. We have to go over that family tree. I'm going to do a presentation. We're going to name it Frappe. And it is an incubator 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I believe. It's gonna be Frappe Dupree. And that's okay, so let's go back to the baby room. We have other dogs that we need to pull out of the incubator because right now we are actually working with 9 dogs. We need the maximum that you can have in the base game is 10. You can cheat in more, but you can't do any more than that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna bring in Aelita Dior next. Aelita is in incubator 10, allegedly. But she should... Is this Aelita? Is this Aelita? I guess it is. Or is this Blitzen Baby? Girl. We're naming her Aelita. It's gonna be Aelita Dior. She was in incubator 10. Hopefully I didn't get them mixed up. Love the pink moment. Aelita is actually the child of Echo T Dior, and the full sibling of Cherry Baby. Who is going to be an adult next? We have one that... Okay, so Minty Dupree is an adult. Heaven Mugler is an adult. Distortion Dior. Because Fluffy Malone is an adult, but who is Fluffy Malone supposed to be with? I don't think Fluffy Malone had a full partner. I would love to see a combination of Fluffy Malone and Mouse. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go over the family tree. I'm going to add the new ones in, and then we're going to continue. So I definitely want one on the smaller side, but I still like the pattern and I still like the tail. So we kind of have to compromise with those things because we're still getting giants though. Let's do this one maybe. And then this one. Something smaller with a tail, please. I'll do this one. And this one, they're basically the same, they just have different sizes. What if I pick this one as the final dog, simply because these other ones don't have tails, and it's killing me? Currently in Agile, and Shaq is singing with auto-tune. Oh my god. Not auto-tune. Fluffy Malone, Mouse T. Dupree, welcome to the world. Okay, so what should we name this one? It's gonna be kind of small, but it's still gonna be cute. It has a pattern and the tail, which is what I wanted. It wasn't ideal. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that true? This is 14. 10, 11, 12, 14, right? The parents were Mouse T. Dupree and Fluffy Malone. Definitely witchcraft time. It's the runes. It's the rune simulation. I don't know what that means, V. Um, Technically, this is the first Malone. The other one was Mugler. Is it Pequenito? Oh, okay. Tiny with masculine connotations. Right. Pequenito. Okay. I'm not gonna use that one. I'm sorry, but first of all, it's long. Post Malone. Oh my god. Well, it can be changed to feminine. Malone name, but the answer. But yes, that answers it. Toast Malone is crazy. I think we're gonna do Toast Malone. Toast Malone and Incubator 14. All right. So let's go back to the, while things are calm, let's go back to the family tree. We have some things to add. So we have Long Island Tea and Mouse T. Dupree coming together to make Frappe. Dupree. We're dropping the T for this one specifically. Mouse combined with a new partner. And that partner's name was Fluffy Malone. I know I spelled it wrong. Mouse is considered male, so Fluffy is going to be considered female. Not that it matters. Long Island Tea is going to be considered female. Actually, I think I had it the other way. Yikes. In my head. None of it matters. I really use this because like I'm trying to determine like whether or not these they've reproduced. These two have a baby. Add a child with Fluffy Malone. And that one's name is Toast Malone. What if we named it Toasty Malone? Hold on, not Toasty. I'll think about it. It's probably just going to be Toast Malone. And then after that, we have, and all these dogs are actually related to Skibbity Dupree, if you notice. Right now, that's the family line that we're running on, is the Cheddar Dior Onion Tea Dupree connection. We also have Heaven Mugler. And I just want to make sure that I added all of that, them and their offspring. We have Heaven, Nevea, and Honey. I added Mojito as well. Tea Cristal. Pausing. Twitch keeps pausing on my laptop. Oh. Let's see what we're actually looking at in this game. Oh, the end is near, girl. Time to go. Cucumber Cristal is dying. Cucumber Cristal is the product of the combination of me needing to find it wherever it is. Cucumber Cristal is a sibling to Jam Jam Dior, but I don't have it written down who Cucumber Cristal is related to. Cucumber Cristal was a contributing factor to Mojito Tea Cristal, as well as Butternut Cristal. And while they come and devour the body, after I collect this egg, we're going to go and bring one of these lovely, lovely babies forth. Let's hatch these, this thing. Bambi Cristal, period. Who do we have next? Aelita has been born. Cherry Baby has been born. Let's do Marmalade Dior, who is in Incubator 12. This is Marmalade Dior. Marmalade is the child of Cheddar Dior and Cheddar Dior. What the fuck? It gets real confusing. Marmalade is the child of Jam Jam Dupree. And Kiwi Prada Tea. I don't even fucking know. Does any of this make sense to you? She's wobbled her last dog. To say that the game has had a grip on me is kind of a drastic statement, but definitely something. Here's Skibbity Dupree for those who care. Shout out to Skibbity. Skibbity Dupree is a young adult. Cherry Baby needs to come out of the... Rip me out the plastic, I've been acting brand new. Right. I think it would be interesting to add a new dog that is not related to this family tree at all. It's been a long time since we had one of those. And what that means is that we would be taking the 2 dogs that we have had imported. So that would be... Fluffy Malone, combining efforts specifically with Mugler, Heaven Mugler. And so you can see it right here. It would be Heaven Mugler and Fluffy Malone coming together to create another dog. I think that would be an interesting combination, personally. Cherry Baby is petite above all. Cherry Baby is big. Cherry Baby is bigger than like a lot of other dogs. Actually, Cherry Baby is bigger than the standard den. Cherry Baby is big. If you put Cherry Baby into this other room, Cherry Baby looks like fucking Godzilla in this neighborhood setup room. Cherry Baby is big. Large and in charge. You're saying she's so petite. She's so petite. She's so small. Cherry Baby is huge. A lot of these dogs, they get big over time. And that's why I have to make efforts to breed them to be smaller sometimes, which is why I did that with some of the dogs that you noticed. Echo T. Dior, who is Cherry Baby's parent, was large. Cherry Baby's other parent, who I'm not really sure of at this very moment, was also large, I believe. Moose, was it Moose? Moose was also a very large dog. They both had cross-shaped ears, just like Aelita. but they were also both blue. So it's kind of interesting how Aelita is not blue. Because if I remember correctly, Moose... Here's Moose. This is Pope. Wait, maybe I'm wrong. This is Moose. Okay, so it makes more sense because Moose is not all... Yeah. And this is Echo T. I was thinking of Pope. Moose and Pope did combine with each other, though, to make Blood Orange and Blitzen Baby. So we'll see them a little bit later, I'm sure. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Fluffy Malone, Heaven Mugler. Literally gonna name this one Malone Mugler. Maybe we'll do 2. I hate the body type, but we're actually gonna do this one. And then we will do... Well, no, let's do this one, and then we'll skip that one, and we'll do this one. Yeah, that way we can get a little bit more, like, casual with this big square body that Fluffy has. Not that I hate it, but also I'm trying to get that tail back, and you have to breed so, like, when you're doing the tails, sometimes they'll start out, like, the first generation in the breeding simulator will take away the tail that you're looking for, or the wings, or the double head, and you'll have to, like, do it again to make sure that you actually get it. The sound coming out reminds me of press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. You know what I was thinking of yesterday? My favorite line from this song. She says, I got a baby. I need some money. Shit. I need cheese for my egg. Money. All I really want to see is the money. I heard that Cardi went pop. That's me busting they bubble. You can say a lot of things about Cardi B. I will say a lot of things about Cardi B if you catch me at the right moment. But what you can't say is that she doesn't have hits, because that was a hit. To me, that was a hit. Money did better. I think Money did better numbers than Press did. Let's do this one because it's proportional. We'll do this one. So this is a combination of Fluffy and Heaven. So why don't we name it something like Cloud or... I don't know. I probably want to do another one of these dogs too, since they're not going to be related directly to any of the other dogs. It'd be a nice little lineage to keep going. An extended branch family, if you will. Nimbus, Gaia, also hi, I've been lurking. Hi, Rose. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. I'm assuming you came with one of the raids. We can do Nimbus or Cloud. I don't want to do both. Oh, look at this. I love this. This is such a cute coloration. Oh, look at the body. Look at the body. She get money. Her body T. Oh, the tail is upside down, but it's not supposed to be. We're gonna stop right here, I think, unless one of these has like a good body that we can continue with, which they don't. Maybe this one. Because I like this one, but I want it to have a little bit of a bigger head. I heard that Cardi went pop. That's me busting a bubble. Fluffy Malone was originally supposed to be like it was marshmallow. That's why I named it Malone. I'm not gonna go with Altaria, but I do like the suggestion. Thank you. I think we're gonna name it Nimbus Mugler. I kind of like that. It's very rich. And then we will make another one, and we'll name that one Malone. How about that? The reason why I'm doing these two though is because this is going to be part of a branch family. Which is something that I've been wanting to do this whole time anyway. So this is 9. So we'll put this one in 10. It's going to be Nimbus in 10. And then let's do another one really fast. And then we're gonna let them roll. Like I'm not gonna be doing like we're gonna let them breed and stuff when they become of age. But at this point, all of these dogs have offspring with each other and etc. Although I do want to have another one from Long Island too. So Mouse has contributed to Mouse has bred with Long Island. Mouse has bred with Fluffy. I do not want Mouse in Heaven to connect. Long Island has bred with Mouse. Long Island has not bred with anybody else. Fluffy has bred twice, so we're probably going to do Fluffy in Heaven. This is Fluffy in Heaven. We're probably going to do Long Island in Heaven. And then after that, Heaven's going to stop because Heaven is doing the most. Consider that Heaven already has 2 with Distortion. And now Heaven's about to have 2 with Fluffy. Fuck it. YOLO. Or whatever. Heaven is doing their big one though. Heaven's not related to none of these dogs. But Heaven's about to have a whole bunch of relations. Like Heaven has like, is gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after the one with Long Island, it's gonna be 5. Heaven got good genetics though. You saw those bright colors? That doesn't just come from nowhere. My high genetics. My high genetics. GENETICS. It's getting to the point for me that now I want to hear songs from Cardi B. You know what I mean? Like, clear the way. Thank you. This is the one we're going with. There's always like a dog that really like contributes a lot to the next generation that just pops in out of nowhere, or like, you know, sometimes it's either like, it'll be like Sapphire Dior was one of them. I imported Sapphire Dior and there's like a bunch of dogs with the name Dior now. And Dior was like the flavor of the month for a long time. And now it's gonna be Mugler, clearly. That's me busting a bubble. Walk out follies with a grip. Wait, did she say walk out follies with a bitch? That's what she said. Walking past the mirror. Ooh, damn, I'm fine. Boom, hammer time. I was born to flex. Money. Let's do this one. And we'll do this one. Let's see if we can get some, like a little bit of a deeper red on a white body, maybe. Oh, we're losing the plot here. This one and this one. What are we thinking for a name for this one? This is another combination of Fluffy and Heaven. We did Nimbus. I don't really want to name this one Cloud. It doesn't really look like a cloud. Kind of looks like, shit, it kind of looks like pasta sauce. Not too much. Oh, we lost the plot a little bit here. I don't mind the pink, though. Fuego, Ruby, Garnet, Sunset. Sunset Malone or Sunset Mugler? I want to go with Sunset, but should we do Malone or Mugler? Sunset Mugler, all right. We will skip that. And we will put that one in 12. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, not bad. And so we're gonna do one more combination before we let the game roll, because we do need to give them time to like actually like walk around and grow up and stuff. And we take a long time with all this breeding simulation, trying to keep the family genes alive. But we also do need to go collect some eggs as well. This is going to be Long Island and Heaven Mugler. Long Island T. T is a family name, and so is Mugler. They're both surnames. Although T can also be a combination of a like middle name or a first name. But first, let's see what actually happens. I want one with a long body, so we're actually gonna pick the one with the long body right here. Oh, I want some freaking ramen. Most of them have two at this moment, yes. Not all of them. Some of them only have one head. Some of them have two. Right now it's about split. I would say there's three of them that have two. And we're gonna keep going with those two-headed dogs, because that's what I want. I'm thinking of Melon T. Mugler, maybe. This one is Long Island T and Heaven Mugler, so it cannot be a Malone. This is small. Look how small this one is. I don't really want a small one. I just want two heads. I don't care about how big it is, really. Look at this. Not the 3 legs. Definitely you doing this one. Well, let's look down here. Who else is good? They're getting short. They're getting kind of puny. Let's do this one. Look at this. This is it. It looks like a Jamba Juice or something. It's giving smoothie. What should we name it? Pineapple tea? What if we named it Pina Colada tea? Mojito, lemon. We already have one named Mojito. That's Rose Hip Tea's child. Pina Colada tea. I kind of like that. And this one is going to be in 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Well, while I'm going to let them kind of age up and do their thing, some of them need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep. I need that. You need to go to sleep. You need to also sleep. You need to eat something. Now that, bang, bang, bang. Marmalade Dior, Compupate, you are sleeping. And you need to eat something too. So I'm gonna put this right in front of your face, bitch, for when you wake up. Good morning. You also need to sleep. Right, right. Back to the actual gameplay. Well, the reading simulation is part of the gameplay, and we've been spending a lot of time in the reading simulation. But that's just because we need it. Like we need to fill these incubators, or else the family doesn't continue. Oh. Okay, now let's take a glance around. I'm going to look in this storage because the storage connects to all the items that are lying around in different places. We have 2 dog eggs. We're going to store them so that we can pull them out in this room so I can collect them. We have 2 of these. I'm going to store them and pull them out in this room so I can collect them. We have 1 of these. I'm going to pull out. This is cucumber crystal. We're going to store that so I can remove it and collect it. There we go. We have an egg flying around somewhere. Let's collect that. And we'll go back to the other room. There's a poop. Collect. There's another one. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. There it is. Cucumber crystal, please. Please. Dogs who don't like being pet normally don't have a great and happy existence, because even though they have toys around them and stuff, unless they're playing with other dogs, a lot of times they're just not very happy. And there's no way to get rid of it unless I cheat the game. Oh, you want to see a glance at the rooms? I'll give you a glance at the rooms. So this is the baby room. This is baby room 1. This was originally the incubator room, but now it's just the baby room. This is baby room 2. It's more of the teen room because it also has the connection to the to the rest of the thing. But if I were to show you the map, this is the baby's annex. This is where I keep the young dogs because they incubate. They start out in the incubators and then they're really small, so they're hard to keep track of. And then they go into the cocoons multiple times before they become adults. And it's just a lot to monitor that sometimes. So I normally keep them in there like that. And also, like, it's easier to clean up after them and stuff. This is the original room. This is also the jungle room now, but this is the original room where a majority of the dogs from the first generation were actually born, bred, raised, and had their had their own lives. And then this is the hot dog room. This is the second official second room, I guess. It's just the hot dog room. It's kind of just like a little, like, it's more of like a playroom for the adult dogs, but really there's not really like a lot to play with right now. We don't have a lot of toys and stuff. This is the desert room. I decorated the desert room myself. I love it. These cacti actually drop fruit, and you can give the fruit to the dogs. This is the memorial room. So there are actually a few... If we went back all the way to the jungle room, we have memorialized 2 of the originators of the families. So this one is Santa Baby, and in memoriam it says Butch Queen. And then this one, you see it, and this is Felicity, and it says Mother of all the houses, because Felicity is one of the first dogs. Actually, Felicity is the first dog of this playthrough, of this save file. And she is like, most of the dogs that occur in this game are related to Felicity in some way. Beyond that, though, we also have their children being memorialized as well. Rudolpha Dupree, Mother Dupree, aka. We have Baby T, who is a direct sibling of Rudolpha Dupree, and a child of Felicity and Santa Baby. And Baby T is of the House of Baby. And then we also have Crystal Chanel, who is the House of Cristal. If I were to put up any more memoriams, which I probably should, I would do one for Joanne Prada for sure, because Joanne Prada has been very, influential as well. There are still dogs with the name Prada walking around somewhere, I believe. And even if there aren't right now, at one point there were. We might have lost it over time. I'm not exactly sure. Bro, what's going on in here? Y'all good? Yeah, I could probably do, like, I have 2 extra rooms that I could put up, but it's just like, because we normally don't run around and have like 2 extra dogs, it's like a lot. Or we normally don't have too many extra dogs, and we keep a lot of the babies in here. It wouldn't be efficient to have that many rooms. I'm open to adding maybe another baby room, especially since we have so many incubators. But I would have to do that at a time period when we could like start clearing out some of these incubators possibly. Gibbity Dupree is about to become an adult. I don't know. Distortion Dior. Girl, where are we? And so is Cherry Baby. Okay, well. I guess that they're going to do a joint sleigh. I napped at my desk. Accidentally. Maybe you should take a nap on purpose. Although you will be missing Skibbity Dupree's first child. Yeah, you can cheat the game and add more dogs, but like I said, it makes the game a little glitchy, so I would have to test. I wanted to test it out on my other save file before I did this one. However, when I tried to test it out on my save file, it didn't work that well. I could probably also add another room for the adult dogs. I just don't know what the room would look like. I'm not off the top of my head anyway. Cherry Baby and Skibbity Dupree. Before we do that, just because we literally have like 19 or what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is that true? That's not 12. This is not 12. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. Because we have literally 16 eggs going in incubators right now, I am not going to hatch them out of their cocoons just yet or breed them. I'm just not ready for it. What I am going to do, though, is let them live their lives while we go back to the family tree that I've been taking care of this whole time and give some of these dogs names. So this one is Fluffy Malone and Heaven Mugler, had 2 children. The first one being Nimbus Mugler. And the second one being, I don't know what we named it, Sunset Mugler. We have Toast Malone with Mouse, who also had one with Fluffy Malone. Wait, that is the one with Fluffy Malone. Mouse also has Frappe Dupree. Long Island Tea also did a joint sleigh with Heaven and created Pina Colada. And so see, this is all the combinations between Mouse. Mouse is the parent of 2. This is not all the combinations. So here's all the combinations right now. Skibbity, notice how Skibbity is still around, but like still a baby. Heaven, so between Distortion and Heaven, there are 2, Nevaeh and Honey. Heaven and Fluffy, there's Nimbus and Sunset. Heaven and Long Island, there's Pina Colada. Long Island and Mouse, there's Frappe. And Mouse and Fluffy, there's Toast. And the only one that's missing from that, there is not one missing from that. So that's a big combination though. And the only ones that are siblings out of this would be Distortion and Mouse, who are full siblings. And Heaven and Fluffy are going to be creating the House of Mugler, right? But like they're like combining themselves. Okay, so that's it. Right? Period. Because I have Pina Colada. I have Nevaeh, obviously. I have Honey, obviously. I have Nimbus, Sunset, and Toast. And I have Frappe as well. Right here. So that's perfect. Ilita can come out of the plastic. Oh, she's kind of turning green a little bit. Oh, so you like the rainbow wall? Is that what you're saying? That's how I'm receiving that, Ruby. For your pride. Marmalade. I don't know if Skibbity and Cherry Baby are even related. So Cherry Baby comes from Echo T Dior and Moose. Skibbity comes from Onion Tea and Cherry Dior. Let's look back at the family tree. In the meantime, so that would be Skibbity Dior Dupree. Add child. Without partner. Okay. Add second parent. Choose parent from tree. Primary parent. Who the hell is it? Skibbity and Cherry Baby. Dior Parfait. Cherry's only sibling is Aelita. Cherry comes from Moose Baby Parfait and Echo T Dior, which we knew. And Skibbity becomes from Cheddar Dior and Onion Tea Dupree. Moose Baby is not... Oh, Echo T Dior is a child of Sapphire Dior. And they're siblings with Cheddar Dior. Half-siblings. That seems to be the only connection on that generation of the great-grandparents of this new offspring that we might make from them. And then if you go to the great-great-grandparents, you can see there is only... If you go to the great-grandparents, there is only... I don't know why everything is like highlighted right now. If you go to the great-grandparents, there is only one repeat, I believe, and that's Sapphire Dior. It's just the name has passed down on both sides. And then if you go to the next level, there's 1, 2. Elvira Cristal has contributed to 2 of their great-grandparents, the great-great-grandparents. And it seems like Baby Nacha T might also be... Oh, and Chai T Dupree, it looks like. This is not... That's not that bad. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Okay. Skibbity and Cherry Baby. Brain Dior Rot. That's what it's giving. Damn. They're gonna be making a big back offspring, that's what I'll tell you. I like that green. Do you ever wonder who's been fucking your man?
Your body like this.
Distortion Dior has lived a long, full life. Distortion Dior is a sibling to Skibbity Dupree. Distortion Dior is the child of Cheddar Dupree, or Cheddar Dior and Onion Tea Dupree. And all of those items need to be expelled from this dog den. So I need to figure out what room that's in. I know it wasn't this one. Was it this one? Y'all, come eat. So the reason why Cherry Baby's offspring are important at this moment is because Cherry Baby is the only dog that we have that has wings. So Cherry Baby is actually essential. Yeah, their whole body falls apart when they do it, as if they're like robots or something. Let's do this one. And let's do this one. Oh shit. Well, looks like we're getting some good wings in now. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Give me something. Okay, we have bat wings. More bat wings. Oh, we have some small, like, eagle-like wings. I don't like how small they freaking are. What I wanted. I'm gonna do this one because it has wings too. Okay. More wings. I like this one. I wanted green low-key. We'll do this one, and then I'll do this one. This is a product of Skibidi and Cherry Baby. So this one can definitely be a baby. Look how big these wings are. This one can be named Angel Baby. That would be kind of cute. Hold on. Especially because we didn't do an angel with any of Heaven's offspring. I haven't heard that name in years. R.I.P. Damsel coming out of the woodwork. What the hell? Hey, girl. I kind of love this color. I wish it was a little lighter, though. I was chatting about Skibby earlier. I just haven't seen you in a minute. It doesn't mean you weren't there. Also, we are losing legs left and right, literally. I wanted the light blue. Oh, we have the cross ears. That's perfect. Hold on. This is the final dog. We're gonna do Angel Baby. Not the village elder. And that one's gonna go in incubator 16. And now we can bring forth another monstrosity from the other incubators. Blood Orange Parfait in Incubator 4. I don't know if we have any products floating around anymore. The last Prada, Pope Prada, maybe? Heaven did his big one and now he's ready to dip. I'm not seeing any Pradas. I didn't realize that Pope Prada was the last one. Is that true? Because we have Marmalade Dior, Aelita Dior, Cherry Baby, Skibidi Dupree, Bambi Cristal, Blood Orange, Parfait, Fluffy Malone, Long Island Tea, Mouse Tea Dupree, Heaven Mugler, Kiwi Prada Tea. Kiwi Prada Tea has a Kiwi Prada Tea Junior, who's in Incubator 11. The Prada store shut down, RIP. Not you ending the lineage on accident. You know, it just happens naturally because I asked y'all for names. Like, what happens is, like, I will, you know, do so many things to... Let's put that one in storage because that one needs to go in storage. I'll do so many things to bring a, you know, a good name, and I'll ask y'all for a name. I'll be coming up with names, but if it doesn't make sense for it to be like a specific name convention, like, then it just goes away. Like the last name, sometimes it goes away. For example, we had other dogs with the name Velvet at one point. Velvet went away, and then it just became the House of Cristal because the Cristals were always around, even though they're both come from the same pairing of dogs that was like in episode 2, you know. So it's that kind of stuff that always happens. We lost some others in the past. At one point or another, I was updating more in the Discord, but now I'm just doing it on these episodes. Eventually, I'm gonna make a program, a lovely program. A reunion episode, if you will. Bambi Cristal is a young adult? Where did the time go? I'm not even ready for her to breed. Who else do we have that's even a young adult? We have a puppy right here. Do we have any space left in these freaking incubators right now? We have one space open. We still need to bring forth some more dogs with wings. What the hell is this? I think it's just that her face is so far turned down that her nose sticks out. Like, that's supposed to just be her nose. I hate this. Who's Bambi Cristal's parents? Bambi Cristal is actually a sibling to Long Island Tea. Full sibling. And their parents are specifically... Girl, I don't fucking know what this says. To the family tree, I guess. Heaven Mugler, why aren't you eating anything? Heaven Mugler was too busy doing something else to be eating anything. Clearly, with 5 puppies. Oh my god. It's not that we lost the plot, it's just that, like, I have a written down record of, like, a small section of the most recent dogs in the family tree. But it was from last episode, and I didn't update it because I've been using the family tree, like, in the moment. So, like, now if I open the family tree, you will see it, and we could go... We're gonna say this one is female, Cherry Baby, and we're gonna say Skibbity is male. Their child's name is Angel Baby. Angel Baby Dior Dupree. It keeps track of some of that, but I don't really like try to keep track of it like that. Sometimes it'll hold like the last names of their parents, even if the name doesn't continue downward. We are looking for Bambi, who is a child of Crystal Light Tea and Funky Cristal. Is that what that says? Because that's not what that says. It just says that all that my written down record says right now is that Cucumber is siblings with Long Island Tea and Bambi Cristal. Okay, yes. But it's not saying who those parents are. Okay. Heaven Mugler has lived a long, full life, and now it's time for them to pass on. Would you like to move to their camera? Yep. Heaven Mugler is survived. According to my records, Heaven Mugler is survived by Nevea Mugler, Honey Mugler, Nimbus Mugler, Sunset Mugler, and Pineapple, aka Pina Colada Tea. Fluffy Malone is survived by Toast Malone, as well as Nimbus Mugler, Sunset Mugler, and their original partner, Mouse T. Dupree. So let's bring some more forth. So now we are clearing up some space in the incubators. We'll do Blitzen Baby in number 9. I feel like we got them mixed up. Because the other ones should have been this. I think this one is supposed to be Aelita. And the Aelita that we know is supposed to be Blitzen Baby. Wait, no. What? Aelita Dior. And Aelita is supposed to be Blitzen Baby because Aelita is brown. And it was very confusing when we were doing it. So this is Blitzen Baby, the one that we were knowing as Aelita. And this one is Aelita Dior. I don't know how they got mixed up like that. It must have been when I was moving these incubators. They are siblings. They're half siblings, so it's not like that super deep. After that, we have Marmalade Dior in number 12. Marmalade Dior was already born. This is an accidental, but this is supposed to be Sunset Mugler, who's going to be going into the storage simply because she was not supposed to be born yet. This is messy. Kiwi Prada Jr. in number 11. This is 9, this is 10, this is 11. Oh my god. This is Kiwi Prada T the second. There we go. I don't know why they're considering him to be a wide dog. Oh, we got the dessert dispenser, finally. Blitzen Baby can come out, and Blood Orange can come out. Okay. Actually, this makes sense too, because Blitzen Baby and Blood Orange are full siblings, and they look similar. Okay, so we're gonna do another combination of Cherry Baby and whoever the hell. Skibidi Dupree. R.I.P. to Heaven Mugler. It was real while it lasted, I guess. I might come back in here and I'll build some new rooms in between streams. I normally do that off stream just because it's easier. We're not getting any wings. This big bitch with some tiny wings is killing me. So this is Skibidi Dupree and Cherry Baby. Interesting, because it's been a long time since those names came back together. Making big dogs with big wings, I guess. I'll do this one, and then I will do this one, I guess. They're very similar. See if I can get like a thinner body though, because some of these bodies are a little thick. The capital C. We'll do this one, a little shorter. We'll do this one. I'm gonna go on a run. I'm gonna be lurking, aka letting my PC open on your day. Okay, have fun. I love this. I want the big wings back though. It would be funny if it ended up only with one wing. Okay, I actually kind of like this. I'm gonna name that one Vanity Dupree, and I'm gonna put it in Incubator 9. Brain rot. If we were being consistent in anything right now, it's making 3-legged dogs. Actually, that dog had 5 legs. 5. Brain rot bread. That too. Speaking of bread, did you ever get any bread? Okay. Bambi Cristal, I'm scared for her. A lot's going on here. Bambi Cristal is one of those dogs that's only gonna have one offspring and then die the next episode, and I'm not gonna care because, like, yikes. But while we're here, Cherry Baby, Bambi Cristal. Yeah, it had 5 legs. When I was hungry, I would turn into my grandparent, and I would say, please, may I please have bread? Okay, we're getting some wings, but not the wings that I want to see. This is what I want to see. I don't think either of these two have wings. This one has 2 bat wings. I don't think that we have a baby Cristal. That might be what we go for. Let's see if we can get another face shape though, because I fucking hate that face. Actually. Better. 1 wing, better face, right? I'm like locked in. Shout out to the Agile people. It's giving us one-winged dogs. Oh my god. I'm sick. Well. If it's gonna have one wing, at least it's gonna be cute. I hate its little short barks. Sephiroth Dupree. This one is not going to be a Dupree. It's either going to be a baby or a Cristal. I was thinking about, since its parent is named Bambi Cristal, I was thinking about just naming it Baby Cristal, which is actually kind of funny if you were to go back and watch episodes 1 and 2, because the one that originated the name Baby, and then the direct progenitor of that name is siblings with the one that started the family of Cristal. Not someone give that bitch an inhaler. It sounds like when it barks, it sounds like you're shutting a drawer. Oh, well, there we go. I'm gonna name it Baby Cristal because I really want to. I want to continue these names as well. After the Prada debacle, I was scared. Especially because when you look at the actual, like, one that has the last name Prada, it's kind of ugly. Long Island Tea is dying. So is Mouse T Dupree. I think she's stuck. R.I.P. I did not mean to crack that. Who is this? R.I.P. Whoever that was. Mouse, I think it's your turn to be the village elder. Here you go. When they eat the cores of other dogs, their lifespans extend. I did not mean to crack whatever I cracked. What's 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, somebody else is supposed to die. I thought they were gonna die. Guess not. Barnacle Boy over here is gonna go into 9, 10, 11. This is a baby Cristal. And then we need to bring somebody else forth. We already brought forth Kiwi Prada Jr. Let's do Rose Jam Tea next. She's going to be in number 5. This one is distantly related to the Dior lineage. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bitch, I swear you were gonna die. I think Rose Jam is kind of cute too. She's kind of big, but she's cute. For context, these incubators are actually sized down, so they're not actually that. She's not actually that big, but like a standard sized dog for the game actually would probably be like blood orange. Yeah, and remember what I was saying about the red color? It kind of like the genetics of the red kind of like have stuck around throughout the generations, even though we only started with one red dog. Although actually we had multiple red dogs after that. Girl. And like the red dogs, like the first red dog was imported, and then there was like another red dog that kind of mutated after that. And then after that, it was like, now we've just been seeing them nonstop, basically. I think we're kind of winding down though, so I'm gonna take this moment. We can go over the dogs that we currently have. We now have the oldest dog that we have currently. It might be a tie between Cherry Baby and... Actually, it's Mouse T. Dupree. 50 minutes old. Does that say 50 or 80? Bitch, does that say 80 minutes? Oh my god. This dog is old as hell. Because normally they don't live to be older than an hour. So it's surprising to see. On top of the fact that their lifespan just got extended, they could live to be like... They could possibly live through the next episode if we let them. I don't know if it's going to happen, but... It seems like Mouse was supposed to die earlier than right now. Because we've been going for 3 hours, but has not. We have Cherry Baby, who's 49 minutes old, as well as Skibidi Dupree, who is also 49 minutes old. The other adults that we have currently... I don't know if we have Bambi Cristal, who is 44 minutes old with this freaking double nose thing going on. It's kind of scaring me. We have Blood Orange Parfait, part of the Parfait lineage, which is synonymous with the Cristal lineage, if you didn't know. We have Mouse T. Dupree, as we said, who is part of the Dupree lineage. We have Blitzen Baby, bringing back the Santa naming convention. We have Kiwi Prada T the second, aka Kiwi Prada T Jr. We have Marmalade Dior. We have Rose Jam T, and we have Ailita Dior. We have also accidentally created Sunset Mugler, who has a sibling in the incubator as well. Sunset Mugler will not be coming out of the storage, even though she's 0 minutes old, until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dogs are born. So she's probably going to be in here for a long time. But that's what we have for right now. And that's where we're ending. We're going to save the game. I'm going to do a quick BRB. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go to the family tree. Bambi, and I'm going to edit the family tree really fast, and then I'm going to figure out a rating situation, and we're going to get out of here. So Bambi Cristal, hold on. Go here. So back to the family tree. Bambi Cristal had a child with, and that child's name was Baby Cristal, and that child's parent was was Cherry Baby. because we were trying to keep these wings going through the next generation. And I think that we were successful in doing that today. That was the mission, and we continued it. Bambi Cristal is going to be considered a male for all intents and purposes. Actually, I really want Bambi Cristal to be female, so I don't care. And then we're going to save this because it was the last one that we created. We also have Angel Baby here, who actually has a sibling. And that sibling's name is Vanity Dupree. And we'll save that because those are the last ones that were created. We also have Pineapple, aka Pina Colada, who is already on the thing. That was the last one created right prior to that. Now we're going to go here. Let's see if there's somebody to raid while I am also opening up Spotify to close out this stream with a lovely song. If I can. Today was full of emotions, at least for me. That's why I can't even keep fit. Well, I mean, it was it has to keep going. I'm trying to keep all these family names that we got started going. And everybody else is really invested. Moon Jelly Uwu. Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't know. I think we're in mutuals, but I don't think that I've ever rated them. All right, so we are going to be rating. Sure, we'll raid Moon Jelly. They're playing Overwatch 2 right now. This is another they've been streaming for 8 hours. Oh my god. We're rating. Copy the raid message and put it in the chat. We're getting out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. My stream is moving slow, or at least my VTuber is. Bye. Thank you to my moderators.